Hello, everybody. This is GoldenHawk, creator of Ancient Powers and 24th degree High Priestess at the House of Life. I came to speak with you today about the 5 days of the Netters, or the days of the gods in Egypt. And yesterday I spoke about Asaru, or Osiris, who is also an god, which I'll put information out on that at some point. Heru, also an god, coming from the time before, is the second brother born through the gate that stations around the 19th to the 20th. Their birthdays actually kind of change because of where we're at astrologically, and it's always between the 19th to the 25th in there, but it shifts. So Heru has an elder station or an elder function with the very ancient deities and was returned here, kind of. He's like returning here now. This is a touchdown point for energy, and Asar was really busy yesterday. There were people that were basically having some auto activations. Gonna need some geometry done, and a lot of visions and stuff. I've been super busy online and on my phone today. It's been kind of crazy. And today is Heru, and he is the brother who is born but unborn. He is moved through the gate of the sun, and rather than being born on the earth, he's born into 4D rather than solidifying here, and he holds the open quantum field for free will. And I'll put up my Heru from my deck so you guys can get an idea. I know you've seen him in a whole bunch of Egyptian artwork. He is the great falcon of Kemet. He's the falcon of Egypt. He's the original one who holds Set at bay, and Set comes tomorrow, so you can expect some chaos and some idea of, whoa, I've got way too much order in my life. I might be OCD or something, but because he kind of shakes things up that way. But anyway, his energy is held through the gate, through the female twins, Auset, or in her little tiny form, Isis, and Nephthys in her tiny, tiny form, Nebtet. The Pantheon form, when it's tiny Pantheon form that's, got all kinds of restrictions and BS on it, but bad mythos. Anyway, Heru actually comes in energetically at times, and he is definitely very strong right now. It's like practically my cat's chasing him in the house, so hopefully nothing crashes outside the office here. But his energetic is something that comes in like a star and goes and looks like and it will move through a space. And at other times, his energy comes in, it looks almost like the tree of life. It's got the central way. The base of that, rather than Molkuth, it's completely free, and it's got 6 spheres, side spheres, 3 on each side, and 4 going down the center. So the piece that's missing inside the Kabbalah, which is the position of the goddess, um, that Kabbalistic part. There are what a lot of people call orbs, and they are usually full of symbols, and they buzz and hum like a hive of bees, and they move constantly. And all of the geometry for the corrected Kabbalah are inside it, and they can be kind of small when they come in, the energy, or they can be great big huge towers of energy, and they just move and move and move, and that's part of what can actually come in on its own to help do the geometry on the activations. It's very connected with real bees. So, and if anybody out there is a Reiki master, if you did the old stuff, you got stung in the roof of the mouth, but by a bee. And the new stuff, I went through that too. I had somebody good, but I'd already been activated, so by a bee. His particular totem or ally is the Egyptian, the pharaoh hawk, and it's supposed to be completely extinct. It's not. They do like phase in. They like uncloak like Klingon vessel or something, and you'll see him once in a great while if you're if he's looking for you, he'll find you. White gold banding, and the Egyptian eyeliner with the strike down along the side of the beak. It's really easy to tell a pharaoh hawk from any other kind of hawk. I did see one, but I've seen more than one, but I saw one on the trip to Boise with two vultures. The vultures were in like a cavern at the opening of a cliffside cavern, and the vultures were going in, and the pharaoh falcon was just following them. Very different wings shape than a regular hawk, so pretty easy to tell. More connected with Merlin energy in Britain than the basic hawk energy here, and my GoldenHawk. Someday I'll talk about that a little more. But the energy for Horus that Horus brings in is related to several different stones. Obviously, with the patterning and the sound and all of the symbols, it's not going to be just one stone. And he's been holding that space and waiting for the photon belt piece, and the sun's fully in, so the photons are calling the twins, and these things are happening right now, and they're not in any of the prophecies from any of the people of the 5 books, because these are the people who are of the book of coming forth by day. And anyone who goes to my House of Life site, you'll see a painting of a photograph that was actually taken, and that's like 13 different solar it was a miracle, and that was the full signs, and the sun dogs are happening all over in the sky now, and we're in it. And can you imagine? It's so amazing to be here now. Hard time, but we have had ancestors that have been through a lot worse, because this time we can get out. This time we can make real lasting changes. And this is one of the stones that is very, very connected to Heru. This is ruby and kyanite. And when the Heru activation started coming in really heavy, the kyanite just went like crazy. And who would believe that, Manhattan Island's got like 2 miles of kyanite? That was the sacred blue stone that the natives traded the blue beads for. They thought that they were, the gemstone of kyanite. Gemstone kyanite does look like those cobalt beads. The gemstones are usually real small and big cobalt beads. I have some of those from someone who does artifacts, one of the natives. It was a gift. They were gifts and very awesome. I'm not saying they were the ones that were traded for the island, just from the same era. But kyanite comes in a lot of forms, and one of the things that it does is one of the things that kyanite does is it just moves energy. It's just in a sweep. And if you've got strong intent, you can open up every chakra. You can clear an aura. And this is a kyanite rod, and something like this in this area runs about probably $30, 35. This piece I got for $2 a long time ago, and this is a rarer piece of all things. This is raw, and it's very small, but it's curved, and it can move energy in helixes and move through like Kundalini, and obviously by my ring here, I work with the serpent energy. But this is black kyanite. Black kyanite is different. Black kyanite will go after scarring inside the physical body, inside energy bodies, and it actually releases adhesions, the energy around adhesions, and moves pain. Connected to, but not seen as, the actual Heru, but it grounds the Heru energy really well. Heru's biggest and bestest is the diamond. And it takes rainbow sheen obsidian to really ground diamond energy. Rainbow sheen obsidian. The other sheens, silver and gold, help quite a bit, but rainbow sheen is what it really takes to ground that. And there's a structure and a pattern. Pharaoh being a column between heaven and earth is all about Saturn's energy. So we've got Saturn in Capricorn here too, and moving forward and back. But this Saturn, people inside this Saturn return said was even done every 29 years. Heru the Pharaoh had to go back through Sed again, which is a series of, well, if you took all of my courses, you'd have the whole thing. But Sed is the main one from the course that I have my clients becoming student pharaohs started today. So it's Saturnian, and that's why the energy is so heavy right now. We've been waiting for this since 2012, and people have been awakening all over. It's been causing a lot of havoc, a lot of chaos, and I know a lot of you guys are feeling that. And I've been working on the development of all of these courses for a long time. There's like 27 healings in many courses, and you just get the main one so you can handle it, and you're on your way. But a really good crystal with ruby or sapphire will also hold a gateway for the Heru energy. And this is one of the wands that I used for Egyptian rod work, and I'm going to be doing that one very early for intro classes because of what it can do for repatterning the mind, releasing the subconscious. Really good for getting rid of the trap stuff from the cataclysm and You know, things that our parents just automatically in hypnosis taught us, that their parents in hypnosis taught them, whose parents in hypnosis taught them, because, from birth to the age of 7, and actually the Pope said 6, you know, those are the patterns that last for life. And that's what we need to get out in order to reprogram. And this is a great stone for it. And Heru is our ally in it. And once we become that column between heaven and earth, and we start running that geometry, those things in our life start straightening out and making sense. And I know some of you have been visited by some of the power totems, and that's actually probably why you're here. Anciently, they know you, they'll find you, they're connected, and they're going to say, are you ready to step into power? That's what they're there to do, is to help you make that step. And does anybody have any questions today? I know Christopher does, about the jasper, and yeah, I love red jasper, and that one's even in the Bible. The floor of heaven is paved with jasper. That would be earth, which is a great deal jasper. And later this week, I'm going to put up on becoming GoldenHawk from the Book of the Dead, the Book of Coming Forth by Day, and I got some beautiful pieces from that have gone through some retranslation. Budget's not the best. Normandy Ellis is better. I even like her better in Egypt. Once I get this big course through, I will be putting up some of the smaller ones for people to get prepared for the big course. And I've got a lot of people that have taken the big course and are waiting for the next levels on development, and we've had some, and they're going to be really fun. I don't know if you people know this, but I have suffered greatly to get where I'm at now, but I love what I do, and there's really never been a choice in my life to do anything else. And if you're getting the voices, if you're getting the dreams, if you've always had those abilities, if you're mystic, clairvoyant, have the memories of the other times and the other places, it's not something you can ignore, and no one can teach you that it's not true. And it can be painful, and it can be lonely. It's getting better for us out there, but our bodies, our genetics, remember, for some of us, the witch hunts, and for others, the deaths of natives in other places, and how horrible it's been. So the healings will be offered. PM me, feel free to, and I can get you the same results that I have for my other students and my clients. And tomorrow is, as I said, Set, and I'm going to talk about Jane Robertson Seth as much probably as I talk about Set. And we might talk a little bit about the gods of Egypt and India, because they're the Aryan gods, the functions of the Netters in India, which is the shift between the Ayurvedic. So you come up with Ayurvedic. So Neferka, and I love you all. I'm so excited to have this new medium to be working with. As I said, PM me, and I can get you, well, not the same results. I can get you the results you need, because everything I do is absolutely connected to the ones that I'm working with. Because as much as we are all the same, We are that much different. We fit like gears in one of the most beautiful clockworks of all time, and boy, has it been a long, long time. Blessings.